I'm absolutely thrilled today.
Me too.
To be in the Vintage Whisky Group whiskey bar in Bermondsey. I'm here with Jim Moir.
Oh, you could say it. That was a kind of French pronunciation. It's a Scottish name and it's pronounced Moir.
Moir. Jim Moir and his good friend Michael and agent. Nice to meet you. Now, we are really excited because our next release is going to be the release of a 25-year-old Edrington blend. We got 4 sherry butts of Edrington 1999 blend, which is made up of Macallan and Highland Park and a small amount of grain. It tastes absolutely wonderful. And we've done a fantastic collaboration with Jim, and Jim's going to tell you a little bit about it.
Well, you asked me if I could do birds which you would find in Scotland from various areas. So this is my kind of speciality area because I'm a bird artist, amongst other things. So I've done, I've tried to find different areas of, Highland, Lowland. This is what you'd find on the moorland. That's a black grouse. Now, thanks to the brief which you gave me, we wanted to go modern, so I've been using ink and these really vibrant fluorescent watercolours and inks, which you can only get from Japan.
Is that right? Japan, right.
So, Japan, for some reason, make fluorescent watercolours and oil paints. The oil paints aren't so good.
Okay.
But the watercolours are. So there's a black grouse, which isn't entirely black. And the other brief which I got was hide the number. So it says 1999 in it. So there's a 9 hidden there within the black grouse. There's a guillemot here, also called a myrrh. It's an old-fashioned name, a myrrh, but in Scotland they still call them myrrhs. That's a guillemot, and the 9 is in the white eye stripe that you've got there. Yeah. Anyway, golden eagle, nothing to do with the Guiaman eagle. Golden eagle, which is I saw golden eagle last year, and wow.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Here's an interesting fact. A golden eagle's nest can be about 7 or 8 foot across.
Is that right?
And they build them up every year. They go back to the same one. So it's the size of this room.
Well, I've learned quite a lot about golden eagles today because they have got the sharpest eyesight of any animal.
Oh, yeah. Well, imagine if you were looking out of this window here, you'd be able to see a rabbit about 2 miles away.
Yeah.
It's not going to let them.
No.
One of the superpowers I've always wanted to have would be the sight of an eagle. And the eagle's got the 1 in it, so that's tucked away in there.
Terrific.
And the final one is the other 9, which is quite obvious here, is on this crossbill, which is a woodland bird that you get feasting on pine nuts and
this is it,
on a pine tree, and that's done in a very bright orange. Saw one of those in Finland. The only one I've ever seen is I saw a pair of them in Finland in November. So there they are. They're the birds. They're going to go on the labels, and this is the whiskey. Now, Sam, I've got to tell you, I had an awful experience when I was 16.
This is a familiar story, by the way. We get this a lot. Yeah.
And because I drank a bottle of very cheap, crappy whiskey.
Yeah. Don't give it a name.
I don't even know what the name was, but I know it was low quality.
Yeah.
I was 16. And here's the true story. I said to my friend, can you get some tickets for Roxy Music?
No way.
So he said, in Newcastle, he said, he came back and he said, I couldn't get any for Roxy Music, they're sold out, so I got some for Rainbow. Which aren't too, not too bad,
Slightly
deep purple,
Yeah.
But I thought, well, all right then. So we went on the train and knocked back a bottle of cheap whiskey, and I've never touched whiskey since.
Yeah.
So I'm here amongst other things, for you to change my mind. And this, I'm going to say, is my whiskey.
Yes, it is. It is. I mean, our motto is that there's basically a whiskey for everybody. There's so many different styles, so many different flavour profiles, but this one is particularly good. So these have been stored in ex-sherry casks. So sherry butts, in fact, the biggest.
So is there a touch of sherry in there?
Absolutely, yeah. So all of the colour, or 80% of the whiskey's characteristics, but all of its colour comes from the cask that it's matured in. So these would have had sherry in them before, and over time what happens is when you fill it with spirit, new make spirit, which will be Scotch on its 3rd birthday, over time the Scotch penetrates the wood, it draws out the sherry that's already been sucked into that wood.
So you've got a taste of sherry and wood.
Yeah, a bit of sherry.
Whiskey with a bit of lime.
And whiskey. So for me, this tastes like old Macallan.
Are they different colours?
Old Macallan. Very slightly, yeah. And even though they've been stored in the same type of cask, they do have different flavour profiles. So it's going to be really interesting to find out which one you prefer, or whether you hate all four, basically.
And they're all from 1999.
1999, so they were 25 years old in April of this year, yeah.
I'm going to say fin de siècle.
There we go.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I don't know.
End of the cycle.
Oh, yeah.
Fin de siècle was what they used to say at the end of, in 1899.
Right,
which was
okay.
like the end, and it was a kind of a
End
bit
of the century.
The end of the century, and it was, you'd get artists who were fin de siècle.
Ah, I never knew that.
Just a mine of information.
Yeah, fantastic.
Unbelievable.
So let's without further ado, this is cask number 6. So we've got 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we've got one each here, one each here,
Right.
one each here. So go ahead, let me know what you think.
And this is
You're the expert. Show us how we should test and taste.
Cheers.
what do we do? Sniff it?
Have it however you like.
I'm a whiskey virgin. This is my first glass of whiskey ever. Okay, so it's got a nice nose to it.
Oh. Do you know there's something about it?
I'm thinking XO cognac.
Do you like it?
I like it a lot.
It's smooth, isn't it?
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Well, that is nice. It's got a nice aftertaste.
It's a bit of a.
But I can tell that it's nice.
Yeah.
Not that old rough stuff.
No.
Are we on this one?
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead on this one. So, on the nose on this one, I get real sort of caramel,
Was this the second
toffee, burnt toffee. Yeah. I mean, my palate isn't particularly sophisticated.
This one, this second one, lingers well, and it's got a nice smooth, I would say like a
Smooth finish.
yeah, it's a lovely finish to it. It's nothing hard about it. It goes down well. This will drink well for a long, long time.
Well,
This is a nice one.
yeah.
It smells.
I'm getting A&E from the first one.
Yeah.
Just to say.
That's where it will be.
Yeah, you ended up there.
All right, I'm going to move on to the third one.
Come to the third one. I'm going to go back and finish these because they're just delicious. So I think this was the one I smelled, and it.
Hang on.
This came across with. This was my favourite. I said to you.
This one has got a bit of toffee going on.
Here we go. Right. This is good.
Yeah, I've got toffee.
But they are quite different.
Yeah, are you mouthwashing or are you sipping? Then what have with it?
I don't know what I'm doing.
You're a heathen.
It's good. It's always interesting because everybody
That
gets something
one
different.
is actually really nice.
You like that one? Okay,
For a
perfect.
non-whiskey drinker, you may have turned me. Because that is really
I
nice.
get a lot of pepper from all of these. There's a lot of pepper going.
A lot of spice, yeah.
Yeah, spice. That's
Yeah,
it, spice.
yeah, absolutely. So you'll get,
I don't see, when people knock it back,
yeah.
is that a bad thing?
What? Yeah, I mean, whiskies, it should be savoured,
That is
whiskey
actually
like this, but-
really nice.
It's a nice one. Isn't it?
Yeah,
I think
Good.
I'm turning.
perfect, excellent. We've turned
It's not rough, that's smooth, isn't it? That's actually really,
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean,
But isn't it?
We've converted a non-believer. This is good.
That one there.
I mean, we're flying through these. Really, these should be. I mean, for some people, this would be an evening's work.
Yeah.
You know, but
they're really quite different.
They are.
That one is my least favourite.
Yeah.
That one is most definitely my favourite.
Yeah. And what about you, Michael?
When I smelt all of them, that was the one I liked.
That was the one you liked the best, yeah.
It tasted the best.
Yeah.
These two I could definitely live with.
Yeah.
I think these have got a lot of spice, a lot of energy in them. This one was not my favourite. It's just got a different sort of taste. I don't know what it is. I'm not an expert to put a taste on it, but tell me, Sam, what taste would you put on it?
Well, let me tell. I mean, look, everybody's taste is different.
What's your favourite?
So I go that.
I think
so. Seven, 8, 6, 9. 9 is my least favourite.
Yeah.
But I like them all because they're all slightly
That's
different.
like coffee now.
Yeah. Shall I smell? Yeah, it's beautiful.
My wife, when we first met in the days of history, a long time ago, when we first met, she always used to have an Irish coffee.
Yeah.
And that would go really nice.
Nicely in a coffee.
Am I being a heathen now?
No, I mean, it would obviously be a Scottish coffee.
Well, it would be, yeah. But
that's my favourite.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really nice, that one.
I mean, there's something that happens to a whiskey. There's something that's called the...
That's actually really nice.
Good. I'm really pleased. I'm actually over the moon because I was worried that you were going to hate them all.
Well,
No, actually, I love that.
Yeah.
And that I would have with a Christmas pudding.
Oh.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, nice.
Very nice.
Or a fruitcake any day of the week.
Well, this year you will because you'll certainly be getting some bottles in the post.
Nice.
But no,
to that.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, over time, what happens is when a whiskey is distilled, it's very, very strong, 63.5% ABV.
Yeah.
And over the years, there's something that's called the angel share, which is the natural evaporation that happens inside all casks because they're made of wood and wood is porous, allows it to breathe. And as the spirit evaporates, they call it the angel share. The angels are taking their share. The bulk liquid comes down in the cask, but also it takes on more characteristics from the wood, it mellows, and it becomes a much more enjoyable dram. So
what is... I don't get...
Nice.
These all come from the same cask?
No, these are 4 separate casks.
Right.
But they're a blend, so they're from 3 distilleries. So it's the Edrington blend. So you've got Macallan, Highland Park, so 2 of the world's best distilleries in Scotland, most famous distilleries in Scotland, and a little bit of grain whiskey in there as well. But for me, these taste like old Macallan, and we were absolutely blown away to come across these 4 casks, and that's why we thought they were so special that we wanted to do something really special with the labels. And
I think to a whiskey drinker, these are top end. These are top dollar.
Yes.
To a non-whiskey drinker. Actually, I've been turned.
Good.
Because I would drink that. Not to excess.
No, yeah.
But
enjoy it.
No, that's really nice.
Yeah.
I never thought that I would ever drink whiskey in my life.
Yeah.
My dad was a big whiskey fan.
Was he? Yeah.
Glenfiddich every Christmas. That was him. Is that a good one?
Yeah, I mean, look.
It's a blend, isn't it?
No, Glenfiddich, they do single malt, but it does go into blends as well.
Is this a single malt?
These are blended. These are blended. Right. Yeah. So
I still don't know.
So all that blended means is that it's made up from different distilleries. Yeah, a single malt basically just means it's whiskey from a single distillery.
Yeah.
A single cask is from a single distillery and it's just one cask, and that's it.
And it's 44%.
These glasses.
Yeah.
Because these are nice little glasses for whiskey, aren't they?
Yeah. They're all right.
Keeps the nose in, and
that's it.
whereas a cognac,
But do you know why? That's my favourite.
Well, good.
It is my favourite, and I'm still drinking it.
Yeah.
So, if I didn't like it, I'd be putting it back, wouldn't I? I might even think about another one.
Yes.
Basically, you've had an amazing career in comedy over the years, a fantastic career in comedy, but I know that art is your life.
Yeah, I did enough comedy. Yeah. And I didn't really want to, I'm 65 now, I didn't really want to keep leaving home and going filming.
Yeah.
And I've always painted forever. I did it before I was on TV, and I did it during TV, and I thought I'm just going to stay at home in my studio, paint, and sell my paintings, and actually make more money than I did when I was on TV.
We go right, don't we?
Did you study art, as in at college or university or school?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
But you know, kind of briefly.
Yeah.
I did, but it was all really. I knew what I was doing before I went. I got a few tips when I went to art school.
Yeah.
And I just carried on, and then broke the rules when I left.
Yeah. Learned on the job, and did it your own way.
Talent, really. You can either draw or you can't draw. I've sat down with Jim. We've been where were we once? Zurich, delivering a painting. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
We've got to sign it, so we had to go to Zurich to sign it. And we're sitting in this guy's house, and Jim looks out and he sees this landscape, and he picks up this little bit of paper and with some watercolours in this little sheet. And the next thing you know, you've got this perfect landscape of that view out of Zurich, which we gave to a very famous person.
Do you know what it's like? You know,
it's like when that happens. It's really impressive.
It's like what you do. If it's something you really love,
passionate about,
and you're passionate about it, it doesn't matter if you end up good at it.
Easy. And you never work a day in your life, because that's what they say.
No, I was up this morning at 5 a.m. to go and look at a pied flycatcher, and I couldn't wait to get home to paint it.
Yeah,
painted it, and then now I'm here.
Yeah.
It's,
but you've had a bit of a love affair with birds as well, and you've done various things over the years, and obviously a lot of your paintings are bird based, and they're absolutely incredible. If anyone out there is interested, check out Jim's website.
JimMoir.com.
Yeah,
thank you.
There are some absolutely incredible pieces on there. I'm lucky enough to have one hanging on the wall in my house.
Jazz Chicken.
Jazz Chicken, yeah. I heard it was Boris Chicken, but it was John Coltrane had an involvement. Or?
Yeah, because I was listening to John Coltrane when I was doing it, and then it was actually that, and I was I was experimenting with that painting, using bits of tape. And then putting colours in between, then tearing the tape off. Yeah. But I was listening to the actual music when I was doing it.
Yeah. Well, I was down in Cornwall, and I heard you were doing an exhibition down there at the Cornwall Contemporary Art Shop.
Yeah,
gallery. Sorry, gallery.
Art shop.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, and
I also sell Lucasade.
Like the National Gallery, also the National Art Shop.
Yeah. I picked up some rich tea while I was there and a pint of milk. No, it was fantastic, but that was hanging in the window, the Jazz Chicken. Yeah. And as soon as I saw it, and I took my daughter with me, because we'd just been down to Mausol. Yeah. Because she loves the book, the Mausol cat. Yeah. So we'd been down there and seen that, and then as soon as we turned up, she said, "Where are we going, Daddy?" And I said, "We're going to look at some art and some paintings and that." And she's into her art. And as soon as we walked up, she went, "We've got to have that one." And
Did she?
Yeah.
She liked it.
Loved it, yeah. And I did also, and there was some other fantastic work in there, but alas, a lot of them had sold, and I think you probably sold that whole thing out.
We did nearly sell out down there. That was a good little show. We got another one coming up in Harrogate soon. We're going soon, next week, couple of weeks' time, won't we?
Yeah.
When's that?
By the time this comes out, it'll probably been over.
September the 12th, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's still out there.
Well, exactly.
It's on the website.
Yeah.
But I love doing things like this because I like creating every day, but I like to have. And someone says, "Here's an idea," and that gives. Then the juices start flowing, and you go, "Yeah, I know what to do with this." Yeah. But then I always think, will they like it?
Yeah.
So it's got to be a collaboration between you and me, or if it was just me. I thought, and that's worked out really well because you actually liked the ones, and I sent them to you and I said, "Do you like them?" And you did, so that's fortunate.
I absolutely love them.
The thing is, Sam, we've also got to mention there's going to be a limited edition print of the bird with each bottle. So there's 100 prints available and 100 bottles available.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a good product.
Exactly. This is going to be a collection. We're going to sell them. We'll sell the bottles individually, and they'll obviously have the wonderful labels adorned on each bottle. Put them up together, it would be $19.99.
Yeah.
There are going to be, you're absolutely right, 25 signed prints with certificates of authenticity, which will sell as part of a collection as well. But there's about 2,400 bottles in total up for grabs, because these are really big vessels, the sherry butts.
So how many are going to have my birds on the labels?
All of them. Every
so how
single
many
2,400 bottles will have your bird on the label.
But only 25 will have the
exactly
print.
with the signed
So that's
print.
going to be the
That's the real collector's item.
Yeah, nice.
So I would suggest to people buy a collection
with Macallan.
Well, this is it. Let's
buy a collection.
Listen, the potential, it definitely has that kind of potential for sure. Just one thing that I wanted to say as well is that, you know, I know that you're a real nature lover, and I was recently down at Port Lympne. Or Port Lympne.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce it?
Port Lympne.
Port Lympne. It is Lympne.
Yeah,
I've heard it Lympne. But as I was driving around with my kids in the back of the safari truck,
we saw my giraffe house.
We came past the giraffe house.
Yeah. The Vic Reeves giraffe house.
Yeah. So you sponsored that? Did you? And
I went on. No, I went on. I'm a Celebrity.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, you win.
No, it was on.
Who wants to win a millionaire?
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Yeah.
And I got, I think, was it 125 grand?
Oh, fantastic.
So I gave it all to them.
Donated it to them?
Yeah, it's for the giraffe house.
What an amazing place
that
that
whole
is.
house out of that one donation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whenever we go there, because we're local, we always get a guided tour, don't we? So we go around feeding giraffes.
Yeah.
And I've got to say, giraffes are really playful animals. I didn't realise how playful they are when we were there.
I don't know if they really are playful. That might be just your imagination. I think.
You might have been having a whiskey.
Like most mammals, they want feeding. And if you're going to hold up a branch, and they don't want to go, oh, let's have a laugh.
Let's have a little dance and crosses, anyone? Yeah. No, they were, there was a young, I don't know what you call it, so this is my ignorance, but there was a young male giraffe in the
I think it's probably the right term,
and he was sort of dancing around and really curious, and it looked like he was having a lot of fun.
What music we?
I think I think well, animals young animals have fun, like you know, like any creature.
This is it.
They have fun.
Yeah,
but
it's great. And one thing that I've learned a lot about these birds, I've been reading up on them, and we're really lucky to have a guy called Gordon Coxill, who's a fantastic, integral part of the business, and he does a lot of the journalism for us. And he's written a fantastic piece on each one of these birds and the history of them and where they live and what they feed on. But the crossbill lives a lot of its time up in the Caledonian forest, up in the tree, up in the canopy. Very rarely comes down.
Yeah.
And we actually plant a tree in the Caledonian forest through Trees for Life for every new customer we've brought on since May 2021, and we've now got about 1,200 trees in our grove in the Caledonian forest.
Crossbills in them.
Exactly, yeah. This is it.
Footprint, that's good.
Yeah, so we're absolutely over the moon, and thank you very much indeed. Taken up enough of your time, but hopefully we can finish these whiskies off.
Thanks, Sam, for turning me on to whiskey. That one.
Cheers. I'm not sure your wife's going to agree. Cheers, Michael. Thanks very much indeed. Cheers.
I might finish a bit more of that.
Yeah, go for it. Listen, you can finish the whole bottle if you like. There's plenty there. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate your support with the podcast. If you like what you see and you'd like to see some more, we've got loads of content coming up with some fantastic guests. Hit the subscribe button and give us your thoughts on what content and guests you'd like to see in the future.